Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to You Might Be Old If You Remember These. And yeah, it's another video from Recollection Road. And yeah, we're looking at things that I'm probably not going to have any idea about any of these, but I'm seeing for the first time. And I guess things that a lot of you will have grown up with and forgot about, or still maybe use, because maybe for you, you just prefer doing it this way. But yeah, we're going to check this out and see. And yeah, let's look at these forgotten things that I will probably have no idea that people used to do or what they are. But yeah, links are also in the description to my Patreon if you want to see some more of my reactions. But let's just check this out. It's always such an innocent start to these videos. Slow little piano.
One of the frustrating things about playing cassette tapes during the 1980s is that they would occasionally get tangled up in the tape deck. Usually the tape itself
If they got tangled up, would it be ruined here? Is it not usable anymore?
would be pulled out and need rewinding back into the cassette.
Oh, so it would work still. It's so weird how this can... They managed to turn this into like a thing that can make music sounds. I look at this and I don't understand how it's even possible.
This is where many of us used a pencil to wind the gears to get the tape back inside the cassette.
Oh.
There was once a time where road maps were handed out at gas stations for free. This was before GPS and the introduction of Google Maps, so these paper maps would need to be consulted to find out where to go. You might also remember the road atlas that many people kept in the glove compartment. This book had maps from every state and was the ultimate road trip accessory. After the internet changed the way we navigated, MapQuest printouts could be used to give us turn-by-turn instructions. Pizza Hut used to embody the nostalgia that many of us have for the 1980s. The stained glass chandeliers, the checkered table.
I've never seen these chandeliers before. Again, we have lots of Pizza Huts in the UK, but they're not styled like this. This looks a bit bougie for Pizza Hut, you know? I'm not gonna lie.
Cloths and the pizza buffet were among some of our favorites. But another big deal was the Book It program they offered. This was motivation to hit your reading goals for the month.
What?
And entitled you to a free personal pan pizza for your efforts.
So could you just lie about what you read? If you just lied, I don't know how easy it would be, but surely it shouldn't make goal. How? Please present certificate when ordering. Okay, so maybe not. 5-minute guarantee does not apply. That's quite cool, man. They're like pushing children to read or do whatever. God damn, what went wrong here? Pushing kids to do good things. God damn, if I was a kid and I saw this, I'm doing that all day long and getting as many free pizzas as I can.
Ad campaigns are often very memorable for kids because they were glued to the TV watching Saturday morning cartoons. Do you remember these advertising campaigns from the past?
Is there even any milk in that cereal? It just looks like cereal on its own.
How many of you drank Kool-Aid by the pitcher? Most households had a designated Kool-Aid pitcher that was already stained from past use. This was most likely where kids got their energy from, with loads of sugar mixed into the fruity goodness that made Kool-Aid special.
I still remember trying Kool-Aid for the first time and I was like, why was it so sour? Then realised, oh, you need to put sugar into it. Is Kool-Aid still as popular as it was in these times? I'm assuming it's still like the #1 childhood drink, right? But is it as popular now, or is it like other brands that people just go for instead? They're literally all having it. I mean, I guess it's served from one person.
Although we still use Tupperware today, it became a nationwide obsession
Tupperware? What is Tupperware?
when housewives began to throw Tupperware parties during the 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s. This was the only way to get your hands on a set of reusable storage containers, so many moms saw Tupperware as a way to start their own business. Tupperware parties became social events, held right in your living room with refreshments and snacks. It was the ultimate grassroots approach, and it made Tupperware a household name.
What the What, just like containers and stuff?
Sundays used to be a special day in many households. This was the day that Dad would read the Sunday paper with breakfast, and then everyone would get dressed in their best clothes and head out to church as a family. Following church, there would be a get-together with your extended family at the grandparents' house, and the afternoon would be spent playing with cousins before a nice meal as an entire family. It was basically a family reunion that occurred once a week.
I mean, that's probably just some families. Some families probably still do it like this, but some families just aren't as close. I mean, this is just selected from certain families. This isn't like a set thing from this era. Maybe it happened more, though, I don't know.
Did you ever record songs from the radio onto a cassette tape? These mixtapes would be made by waiting patiently for that one song to air, and you would mash down the play and record buttons at the same time to begin the recording. Although it took a while to get all of your favorite songs together, you could then listen to it over and over again.
God damn, that's hard work just to get your favourite song. Flipping hell. That sounds rough, man.
Until the cassette tape was eaten by your Walkman. Wax candies used to be a favorite of kids.
Wax candies? What's they like wax? They're like wax texture. What?
The colorful wax bottle candy was food grade, which meant you could bite off the lid, drink the fruity juice inside, and then chew on the wax bottle like gum. If wax bottles weren't your thing, then maybe you favored candy cigarettes.
To be fair, I've seen these before, but they weren't this like, they didn't have the actual cigarette ends. It was just white, just the white stick ones.
These chalky sticks made you feel like you were just like Dad.
Unless they are the same. I guess these are just the same. That is crazy that these were literally, like, they were advertised like this. That's crazy.
Puffin' on a Marlboro. With packaging that resembled actual cigarette boxes of the day, candy cigarettes were one of those things that made you feel all grown up.
I did use the full white ones, but they were never in cigarette boxes. That is crazy.
Many of us will never forget our favorite toy growing up. Do you happen to remember some of these?
The Viewmaster? What the heck is that? Are these the Thunderbirds? Is that Thunderbirds? I think they are. I could be off. I saw this in a previous video. Oh, my neck really hurts. Oh, these are the scary looking dolls, man, that I saw again before. They would creep me out. These are the sort of dolls that in 50 years' time you'll see them in your attic and be shit scared of them.
If you remember back to your childhood home, do you recall seeing these shadow portraits or silhouettes decorating the wall? Usually they were of a younger version of your parents or of a close relative. But the profile silhouettes were certainly a popular way to capture the past.
They're quite cool pictures. I've not seen them before, but they're quite interesting. You can see how it changes.
How many of us had moms that would schedule an appointment at the Olin Mills studio to have pictures made that looked like this? These shadowy floating head pictures were super popular.
That is creepy as hell.
During the 1980s. So many of us might still have copies of them in a box in the attic or in an old photo album.
They're creeping me out.
Christmas time meant that the classic Rankin and Bass specials would be airing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is perhaps the best loved, but Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty the Snowman were right up there too. These were an annual tradition in my house, along with many other Christmas movies and specials.
I've never seen this film before. I would have assumed because it's a Christmas film, and I guess quite a famous one like that, I would have seen it. This is the first time I've even seen these characters before.
There was something special about waiting for them to air, and your entire family gathering around the TV to watch.
This one's creeping me out.
If you have recognized any of these things, then you are lucky to have grown up during a very special time.
Oh, it's finished. I like these videos, man. I wish they kept going. There's more. Another one of these shadow ones are creeping me out, man. Well, there we go. There we go. You might be old if you remember these. There was one of these things that I remember. No, it was the toys. A few of the toys that I've seen before. But to be honest, yeah, these are a lot of things that I wouldn't have known about before. Born in '54, witnessing how the world is being turned upside down. All these comments in these videos are always so negative towards now. Always. It's never really. It's just always like, oh, I hate how it is now. I mean, probably fair enough, but just enjoy what you see. There's no way I envy the youth of today. It's better to be old and look back at a fun and exciting childhood than kids today looking back at their boring ones. Flipping hell. Yeah, I'm old, but I'm glad to have the memories of these things and having grown up in the golden age of being a kid. I was a kid in the 70s, a teenager in the 80s, and a young person in the 90s. So grateful. That's the same as my parents, I think. Oh, no, that's not. If you're a teenager in the 70s, my parents would have been born in the 70s. So many bittersweet memories. That's the meaning of nostalgia. I love these videos from my childhood. See, I'd wonder how these sorts of videos would be in like 30 years' time for me. The 2000s in a nutshell or stuff like that. But it'd probably be a lot harder to do. But yeah, hopefully you found this interesting. Hopefully this brought back some memories from your childhood. And yeah, until next time, subscribe. Peace.